about it. You've got the ultimate responsibility of that meeting. Be it a convention, be it an official board meeting, a steward's meeting, pastors have the charge of those. But your commission meeting, you've got the charge for that meeting. It's not the custodian that was supposed to set up the room that's responsible. It's not the printer that was supposed to print the program. It's you. You are the chairman. You the president. You the presiding officer. You've got the responsibility for that meeting. It's on your shoulder. It's one of those that you can't slough off. It's yours. As they say, it comes with the territory. All right. What are some things that you might do then to make A+ meetings? I only picked these because they all start with the word D, with the letter D. Declare. There is a specific purpose for every meeting, whether you set it or not. Whether you just define it and write it out, but there is a specific purpose for every meeting. You've got to know that. You've got to sometimes develop it. You sometimes have to put it out. There is a specific purpose for a meeting. Know that you've got to have, there's a reason we've come in. We don't meet just to be meeting. That's true. That's a true statement. You do not meet just to be meeting. There is a purpose for every meeting. And sometimes when you can't get to that purpose, what do? Well, we cancel the meeting. Or nobody shows up, and well, we can't, no. But there is and there are some desired results that must come from every meeting. Madam Chairman, Mr. Chairman, Mr. President, you know that there's got to be a desired results. Or you've got to set a desired reason. You've got to have a reason. And if you don't, you're not going to have an A+ meeting. But you've got to have reason. There's a reason. Every stewards meeting, there's a reason. Every missionary meeting, there's a meening. There's a reason. And there has to come a desired result. Something has to come. If it makes people mad, may not have been the results you intended. If somebody comes away mad, we gonna get that stuff. We gonna fire him. We gonna impeach him. That may come out of it, but there's a specific result. And as chairpersons, as the person in charge, you got to be aware of that. There's a meeting. And sometimes when you get the wind of what's happening, it may not, you know how to deal with it. Time limit. Well, we had to throw in the age-old, I guess, characteristic of us is we can't start on time. We don't start on time. By on time meaning the prearranged or pre-agreed to time. If it was to start at 7 o'clock, we start at 7:01, 2, 3, 4, 5, 30. So we do. Sometimes it might be better to say our meeting time will be 7:23. Set the time at 7:23 and try to get to it. But time limit, of course, refers to starting and ending meetings on time. And it's more because people are coming and they come to invest their time. And so you want to be aware of that and not waste their time. They have them come at 7 o'clock and wait 20 minutes to start and then go another 30 minutes longer at the end. What you've done to their time. So in a time limit fashion, set the time. Dream and discuss. Now this is opening, sometimes we open up meetings to have our members just discuss. But discuss things related to improving and bettering your setting, brainstorming, setting goals, setting parameters for the meeting, setting objectives for getting member input. That those will help you develop an A+ meeting if you can get from your members those kinds of information. And decide. As I said, there's a reason for every meeting, or the results coming out of every meeting. Reach a conclusion, agree on something, or come to a conclusion on something. It may be that we will meet next week. Maybe the only conclusion that you come up that with. We will meet it. But out of the meeting comes a conclusion. Remember, you're not just meeting to be meeting. And you're in charge. Be sure that you've got a conclusion coming. More D's. Delegate. Let the members get involved. Let involvement for the members, of course. Do and find out who's going to do the action, who's going to do what, assign committees, assign groups, right. And debrief. Now, here's a point sometimes we get so excited about how well the meeting went that you don't want to forget this last one. A little debrief, a little summary. Concluding, what have we gotten out of this today? Do a debriefing. Here's what we're going to do, or here's what went well. A little short, if not, but a definite effort to get the results of what has this meant today. What has all of this been about? See? So a little debriefing. Here's what we're going to do, right? Or here's what we're going to do wrong. A little debriefing of your meeting. Now, what I'm saying here is making your meetings and designing your meetings to include these kinds of things. And don't leave out, before we go today, we want to be sure we understand, get the idea of what we've done. And that's a part of the meeting in that time. One of the other things I like to throw in about meetings, and I'll throw it in right now, is a setup. I probably would be better over here. On the other side, yeah. Let's do this. Wrong one, that one. There we go. Typically in a meeting setup, and let me suggest that you be concerned about your meeting room, meeting area. Always. That should have been a point where you have to. But take a small group where you got tables like that. The chairman typically takes a position probably right about there. That you can deal with all of these folks out here, and they can deal with you. And that's good. Because eventually, you know what I've seen happen is other meetings start to happen over here, and other meetings start to happen over here. You know, and these guys back here, they've got their own meeting.
Yeah.